Maybe. I don't know. I was thinking about Aiden last night whenever Kent Hovind was doing the show. Last night it was a really good show. Anyway, like I said, though, like why evolution is evil and everything like that. And he went into it was weird because I always think I'm being like tapped by the CIA. I probably am, but we're talking about how whenever you're taught that you're nothing but nothing but an animal. Uh, you're nothing but an animal that it gives you the mentality to think like one, and everything like that, and what that can lead to.
What does that have to do with Aiden?
uh Aiden, we were talking on the show before, like if he believes that he came from an animal, what's stopping him from believing that, or what's stopping him from acting out, what is it? And it just kind of went on from there.
What's stopping him from acting like an animal?
Yeah, what's stopping him from acting like an animal? If we all came from animals, what's stopping you from acting like an animal? And he gave an answer that I just hear from everybody. It's just like societal norms, and I don't know, criminal punishment. I don't think he said criminal punishment, but I think it was leading to that, like what society would label him as. And I was honestly, it's like, if you think you're an animal and you just came from an animal, why even care about all that? Like, I don't know. That's one of the biggest things about atheists, like, and evolutionists. I don't get it. It's like, why do you guys care so much about some stuff like this? Like, if I was an atheist, I'd probably go ape, like insane.
You would?
Yeah, I would.
Like what? Like what would you do if you're an atheist?
Everything under the sun.
Like what?
Yeah, we want details that we can use against you when you meet your wife off Christian Mingle.
Yeah, nothing would be you if you name it. I don't see any reason why any atheist would say, oh yeah, no, there's something wrong with that.
Make out with trees?
Why not?
Why? Why?
Why not?
Just why?
Why not? I don't know. Some people make out with weirder stuff.
But what do you want to do? What are the things deep down you really are wanting to do, but you're being stopped by your belief in a God?
That is a good question.
What are these impulses you have?
I don't. I mean, I think we all have like intrusive thoughts and everything like that. But I think.
What are your intrusive thoughts, Lupin?
God put a regulator on me where I don't have to act on everything. I can. I'm more than capable of acting on anything. If I wanted to start a fight with somebody, I could easily do that. If I wanted to fight anybody, if I wanted to kill anybody, I could easily do that. But I don't act out on it. Because morally it's not right for me, and I get my morals from God, so I have a regulator. God's my regulator. Whenever you're an atheist, I don't understand where your regulation comes from, other than societal, what society tells you is okay.
Well, most atheists, especially like nowadays, like famous atheists, believe in objective morality. You don't need God for morality. Like they believe that something's good or bad regardless of a lawgiver. You don't need a person to tell you something's good or bad. You can figure it out without a supernatural being.
Mine has to be a supernatural being, because if it's just coming from another human, then that don't mean nothing to me. That don't mean nothing. It really don't. So it would have to come from a creator.
If I could chime in real quick.
Go ahead, Patrick.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have a lawgiver, and different people have different ideas of morality, so then it's just chaos. There's no conformity to everything. It's just plain chaos. Whatever I think is right, Lupin might think something else. ProverbsGuy might think something else. Logan might think something else. So where's the standard?
It's a good question. I mean, what is the answer for that on the atheist side, Adam?
Well, you don't have to have a supernatural creator to, for example, know that raping someone or murdering someone is inherently bad to do.
How do you know that that's true? It happens in the animal kingdom all the time. It still does.
Well, you can figure it out because, like, or let's say something more simple, like violently attacking someone. If you've been violently attacked and you know what being like punched in the face feels like, you can pretty easily figure out that punching someone else in the face for no reason is going to be immoral. It's going to be bad. It's going to be causing someone harm. You don't need like a written sacred text to figure that out.
I mean, the only counter I would have to that, Adam, is I think statistically they've shown, like, if you grow up in a home with domestic violence, you're more prone to commit domestic violence, right? And like the same for if you're molested as a child, they say you have a higher probability of molesting in your adulthood. Like, it's not an absolute, but it's a higher probability.
That's true. I mean, I'm sure whether we can both agree that something like that is probably true, but that's still someone doing something immoral.
I know people that enjoy fighting. I know people that'll fight, and they'll whenever they start seeing blood, like it increases their endorphins. They get excited, like they're upset. They're upset if there's no blood involved. You know, like somebody's got to bleed. Some people are just like built that way. So I don't know. There has to be a higher morality standard than just a human standard. Otherwise,
because some people like to fight.
Well, some people like to do a lot of things.
Like some people might enjoy pain in a sort of unusual sadomasochistic way or something, but outside of that specific circumstance, besides sadomasochists, it's generally immoral to just violently attack someone for no reason. And you can figure that out without supernatural sacred texts and stuff.
Because says who?
Just in general.
Why? If I think that you're a piece of crap and I don't think you should exist on the earth and I wanted to annihilate you and I think that you were doing harm and that's just my thought and I decided to take you out, what does it matter?
Yeah, morality can't be general. There has to be a standard for morality. It has to be a standard, a definite morality. It can't be general because then otherwise it's not morality. It's just whatever you think.